Yep. What going on? It's your
Yeah.
boy Josh from the Same Difference podcast. And look, I got a new co-host because I tired of my leaving. My co-host is playing her where in the world is Carmen San Diego thing. She over there overseas somewhere tripping. But we got the lovely, the glowing, the smart, the wonderful, the health enthusiast, the medical practitioner, the only one doing what she's doing, Miss Dawn Wells. Talk to her,
Woo-hoo.
please.
Hey, people, how are you doing this evening? Good night, good night, good night, Ja. It's always a pleasure, man. Thank you for having me here tonight.
Of course, of course. You know how we do. It was great last time, and the engagement was amazing. People were curious, so we want to jump right into it, right? But we, you know what we gotta do first. First, we gotta hit you with that beautiful bean footage. We'll be right back.
Let's do it.
But all right, everybody in the chat. Let's get into it. Why are we here, Miss Wells?
We are here, and that's exactly what I was going to ask you. But you know, your intro, that beam of light and how it just
Mhm.
goes through like that, that's me. That's exactly what I am. I go through quick, hit you hard, get you healed, and we keep it moving. So I love that intro.
Thank
But
you.
you know, I want to ask you, when I was on your show, we had a lot of engagement, right? And
Mhm.
then I approached you about doing this 2-day workshop. Tell me why you were immediately, like you went at it hard immediately from the top. You tell me what made you do that.
So what made me do it, right, is because I'm getting up there in age, and when you're in your 20s, you think you're immortal, and 40 hits you like a ton of rocks, right? Like it hits you hard with the life changes, the back pain, the popping knees, and all of that.
Yeah.
And in my family, there are some ailments that run in my family. So I'm thinking that I'm doing based on like eating the four fruit groups and the the stuff that they tell us we're supposed to do. I'm thinking I'm doing the right things. Then
Mhm.
during your great episode, we in there talking, and it's like I'm not eating right at all for my blood type.
That
So it really intrigued me, and then the stuff that you were saying was making so much sense. Like when you were like, "Oh, what's your blood type?" Okay, you shouldn't be drinking dairy. I was like, "Damn, that's why my stomach doing that. It's not this lactose intolerant thing." Like I thought it was just a thing, you know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I was like,
And
"Man, everybody needs to get this information."
see, and you then and that's the whole part. You thought you were doing right, right? And as a result, are you healthy? You think, you're eating good food, you're doing better, you might be exercising. Are you completely healthy? Do you have, you said chronic conditions running your family?
Mhm.
Do you have a chronic condition as well?
I do. So my father has high blood pressure and diabetes. Along with my good looks, he passed along high blood pressure. So
Mm.
that's what I've been dealing with for quite some time. And even now, trying to get to the bottom of why no matter what I do, I can't seem to lower it.
So here's the thing. What would if I told you out the gate that he did not pass diabetes, excuse me, high blood pressure along to you? That's a misstatement 1000%.
Really?
We end up having those chronic conditions that our parents have because we eat the way they eat. We grew up eating the way they eat, right? And we, even though we may do better as we get older, if you are not in tune with what your body science in is, hence knowing what's best for your blood type, no matter what you do, just like you said, you'll continue to stay sick,
Hmm.
which means then what? You're going to end up on medications. And at the end of the day, medications do not heal. They do not. Okay. They keep you sick. That's why it's a $1 billion industry, multi-billion-dollar industry, guys. So we've got to learn to do the right thing. And when in this 2-day workshop that we're going to be putting on, You guys, it is not about just showing up and listening to a bunch of information, a bunch of fluff. This workshop is about giving you some brass tacks things that you can do immediately and implement immediately to start your healing process in as little, you guys, as 7 days. You'll start to feel better in as little as 7 days. And it's only for $7, $1 a day. Like, really? Where they do that at? I am one of the only medical fitness practitioners that is practicing in this country, you guys. And I bill insurance for my services. So I am a healthcare provider. And I've been able to help heal hundreds of people just like our friend Jah had, who thought they were doing the right thing, eating, from the 4 food groups, and all it was doing was keeping them even more sick, increasing that inflammation in their bodies and increasing them having the chronic conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, all of that kind of stuff. So this 2-day workshop that we are doing, Jah wanted to jump on it right away. He was telling me, what did you say, Jah? You had looked up at the CDC, and what was the statistics that you saw of folks that had just high blood pressure alone?
So just high blood pressure, 48% of Americans, so almost half, suffer with high blood pressure. And that's not African American, that's not dissecting it by race.
No. And I'll tell you even a step further, 70% have a chronic condition, period. So diabetes, like those ones that I mentioned earlier, 70%. That means more Americans are sick than not. More are sick than not. 70%. Something in our system, in our healthcare system, is failing us miserably. And this is what this workshop is about. It is about getting right into it. And again, it's $7 for 2 days of information and tools and tips that you're going to get to start your healing process. Nobody is doing that.
Now, let me jump in here real quick. So, so people don't think that we're trying to sell you, right? No. We had to charge you something. That's the thing. It's not about money. This isn't a QVC. This is not TikTok shop. No. Because if you follow same difference, then whatever we do is not for the money demand.
Right. No, this is not about money at all. I mean, that's not money. It's just making you commit something to yourself. And so we thought that would be a good starting price for you guys. And again, there's no additional fees. We're not selling you on it. And besides, why should we have to sell you on getting healthy? Why should we have to sell you? The 2 main concerns that I get from my patients are, number one, they just want to feel better, because at the point when they come to see me, it's not about weight loss anymore. It's about, man, I'm sick of medication. And number 2, I want to get off these meds. My doctor just keeps giving me more and more and more and more. When is this going to end? If the medications are healing me, why do I continue to have to take them? So this is what this workshop is about for these 2 days. It would be a very, very sad situation for you not to want to show up for yourself.
Now, the thing about it is, for me, right? Like I said, I wanted to, so I don't care if it's just me in there, because I want all the information, because I want to get off the meds for real. Right. Because like you said, they're only treating the symptoms. And the thing about when they treat the symptoms, it leads to another illness down the road. So that's what I'm really trying to avoid. So we're trying to pass on information to our people, because stuff like high blood pressure, it really does, it's killing us, like mainly us.
It is.
Diabetes and all of those, a lot of stress related stuff too that goes into it, and how we eat. We ain't gonna get into the why, but we eat differently to other races. Yes. So we're really suffering and dying literally from it. So we're trying to give out information.
Yes. And give you tools, not just the information, because we all know we're sick, right? I don't have any chronic conditions, thank God. But we all know that as a community, we are sick, right? We do know that. So we have to do something differently. We need to stop listening to the whys and get to the what. What do we need to do to heal ourselves? And that is what we're going to be doing on Tuesday night and Wednesday night, giving you guys that. And there's one more piece that you need to know that we are going to give you as a bonus. Number one, for two things. For everyone that does come, I'm also giving them my best pro free, giving them as a gift my best proteins for your blood type. So you'll get that for showing up. Just for showing up, you'll get that. And then also, you guys are going to get some financial health tips and tools, because we all know when you can't pay a bill, it's stressful. That stress that leads to inflammation, which leads to other chronic conditions. So you're also going to get tips on things you can do to help get your financial health aligned as well. So come on, guys. We are not trying to convince you. We don't have to. We just want to make sure you show up.
Can you explain to them what is going to be encompassed in the 2 days? Like how we're gonna break it down and how that goes.
So yes, we're going to go over what I call my 3S method. It is methodology. So we're going to talk about the science of nutrition and fitness. And no, guys, don't run. It's not, you're not going to have to be a scientist or a nutritionist. I always say it's not rocket science. I'm going to break down to you guys to help you to actually understand exactly why eating according to your blood type matters. What makes the difference in that? We're also going to talk about the science of fitness, the medical fitness that you guys, as a medical fitness practitioner and blood-based nutritionist, I want to always make sure that you understand those two different components, and that some exercise regimens are also keeping you sick. It has a lot to do with your blood type as well, or the kind of food you eat from your blood type. And then also what kind of chronic condition you have. It could be keeping you sick also. So we're going to break that down. And then on the final day, we're definitely going to go through and deal with the financial health as well. So it's first, we're going to go over the science. The second S is the spirit. We're going to go over the mental health, that part, making sure you understand things that you could do right away, immediately when you're feeling overwhelmed, right? So we're going to go over that. And then the third S is support, the support that you're going to need, because guess what? Just having information doesn't heal you. You need support in order for you to get through this, because it is a journey. Getting your family involved as well. 9 times out of 10, they're dealing with the same things you are, or close to it. Our children, we have 28 or 38% of our children also have chronic conditions. So we're going to go over that. So the science, the spirit, the support, and then all of that will equal your success. So on that second day, we're going to wrap up all 3 of those things, getting into that final financial health as well, and get right into it, guys. So those are the things that'll be covered in this workshop.
And we have a question in the chat. Siobhan is asking, are vitamins and supplements going to be discussed?
Yes, they will. I am not an herbalist, but we will talk about that. Again, it's a 2-day workshop, so just come on in. And you will have time to ask questions each day.
So it's important that we make it clear, this isn't a seminar. We're not talking at you. We want to answer questions, and I'm co-hosting. She really is gonna be leading to answer the question. Because I thought I knew what I was doing, and then we had this episode, and it's like, yeah, you don't know what you're talking about.
We're gonna bring people up too. This is interactive, so the people that come in, this is on Zoom. You will be. This is a discussion between all of us. You're not just gonna be sitting there listening for 2 days. I am going to bring people up, and we are gonna have some conversations, and I'm going to help you heal some things in this workshop. So yes, I'm not talking at you. This is an interactive, collaborative 2 days of getting what you need to help you get started on your journey to healing. That's what this is about.
I'm gonna post in the chat in a little bit the link to the other live, because if you go there and you see all of the questions and what we get into, you'll understand why we turned it into a workshop that needs to spit out. because there were so many questions, we couldn't contain it. So
I can't wait to talk about supplements and vitamins. I can't wait to talk about that. I'm going to make sure for the young lady that asked me that, I'm going to make sure I make it a point to talk about supplements and vitamins, because it is so relative to this conversation we're going to be having over these 2 days.
Awesome. What else are we going to be talking about? Anything else you can think of?
That's it. That's enough. That's enough. The 3S methodology. Yes, that deals with blood-based eating. All of that. That's always, anytime I'm having a conversation, it's going to deal with blood-based eating and medical fitness. Those are always, and your mental health. So just come on in and get ready. Get ready to take notes and record and have your cameras on so we can interact. If I can't see you, why should I heal you? No, I'm just joking.
All right, you heard it there. If we don't have any other questions, man, we ain't gonna hold you. Please go ahead and get your tickets to the Health and Wellness Virtual Workshop.
The link is in the bio. The link is in the bio. Jah, do you think we should post the link here too, or is there an ability to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and post it when we get off of here. I'm gonna post and the link to the previous video so y'all can see what we're talking about. Yeah, we're not trying to sell you. I'm gonna be in there for sure because I want to know and I got questions. So I enjoy it.
Come on, please.
All right, you got anything else you want to say?
No, that is it. You guys remember the final thing. The only limit is you.
All right, on that note, I ain't got nothing else. That is Dawn, the Wiz of Wellness Wells. I'm Jah. This has been Same Difference. We're going to see you in the virtual workshop. All right, peace.
Peace.